There are collectors in this world. The ones that seemingly love all the rare and expensive things will stop at nothing until they have it. Some do it because it's their hobby, collecting various kinds of stuff, from trading cards to memorabilia, and all the rarest gems money can buy. However, in every category, there is always that 1% of the 1% rarest item in the world. You might almost be tempted to call it the Holy Grail. These items are so rare that you can only see less than 1% possessing them worldwide. And they don't have to be gems. Stick through this video, and you might find some items you would never have imagined on this list. Number 10. Painite. When you hear the world's rarest known gemstone, you might be quick to think of diamonds, sapphire, gold, and the likes. But have you ever heard of Painite? It is the rarest gemstone known in the world. It was discovered by Arthur C.D. Payne, a British mineralogist and gem dealer, in 1950 in Myanmar. Painite's rarity is due to its major chemical elements, zirconium and boron, as they do not usually associate with each other in nature and don't together in any other mineral. These stones are close in composition to sapphire, and because of their rarity, they cost as much as $60,000 per carat. Also, they are found in only Myanmar, so if you ever stumble upon a Painite, you have found the holy grail of gemstones. Number 9. Spiderman comic. Argue all you want, but comic book fans know that Spider-Man is the most beloved of all comic heroes. When writer Stan Lee and illustrator Steve Ditko created Spider-Man, it was just supposed to be a filler story for a cancelled anthology series. It was also one of the earliest comics, and acquiring some of the first materials released is very hard. It quickly became a fan favorite because, at the time, most comic fans were not used to seeing a teenager as a hero. It has been adapted into movies, video games, and several animated and live-action television series. The first appearance in Amazing Fantasy 15 is by far the most highly valued comic in the world, as a copy was sold at the Heritage Auctions in Dallas for $450,100, a record price of public auction for the comic. A mint condition of the comic shattered this record and sold at $1.1 million just a year after. Number 8. Treskilling Yellow Stamp. The Treskilling Yellow Stamp is one of the rarest stamps in the world. It was made by an error when the Treskilling stamp was accidentally replaced by the 8-skillings one. The Treskilling stamp was printed in yellow, creating the sole Treskilling Yellow Stamp. For context, the skilling was used as a currency, and the 8-skillings and Treskilling were different currencies with yellow and green colors, respectively, until the mistake happened. George Wilhelm Beckham found this stamp in 1886, which made headlines when it sold for $1.07 million in 1984. It was also resold twice at $1 million and $2.875 million. Each of the sales making a world record as the most expensive item in the world. Number 7. Levi jeans. Blue jeans are famous with Levi's. In 1850, a Bavarian immigrant landed in San Francisco to try his luck in the gold rush. Strauss engaged a tailor to construct clothing out of thick canvas. After learning of the miner's need for robust pants, denim was then substituted and copper riveting was applied to the pocket seams. He had no idea he'd become more prosperous than any of the gold miners. Levi's grew in popularity due to their endurance and subsequently their style. A pair of these vintage Levi's 501 jeans from more than a century ago sold for $60,000 to a Japanese collector in 2005. While more expensive pants are available, these are one of a kind and are the rarest in the world. Number 6. Double Fantasy Album. This particular item comes with a gruesome story. On December 8, 1980, Mark David Chapman, a psychotic man living in New York City, accosted John Lennon in a bid to get an autograph from him on a copy of the Beatles' latest album, at the time, Double Fantasy. Shortly after he gets his autograph, he shoots him in the back of the head and lung. The album, an essential piece of evidence used to charge David, fell into a rose garden nearby. The album was later sold for $460,000. Chapman remains in jail to this day for the murder. Number 5. Sorraia horse. The Sorraia is an old horse breed that evolved in Portugal's Iberian Peninsula. Their rudimentary marks, convex profile, and grulla color all point to their antiquity. The Sorraia is a scarce breed and one of the few remaining forms of original wild horses. However, the Portuguese national stud was recently classified as a breed and thus assists their species in thriving. They are now primarily found in Portugal and Germany. The Sorraia animals were supposed to be among the first to be brought to the Americas by the Spanish because they were adaptable, hardy, and valuable as pack animals. Number 4. Blue Empress. Back to the world of gems. We have the item that takes the place of number 4 among the rarest things in the world. The Blue Empress, which set off a meteor storm in 2003 the moment it was unveiled, is a diamond necklace valued at around $16 million in the shop and was planned to be sold as a Christmas present. The bid for the necklace rose to a whopping sum of $20 million. The Blue Empress refers to the pear-shaped blue diamond, which weighs 14 carats. The necklace, where the Blue Empress sits, is made from 18 carats of white gold and a smaller set of round white diamonds. The stone is so valuable because the colored diamonds are scarce and are considered one of the most thoroughly crafted pieces in the world. Perhaps its rarity also lies in the fact that it was sold to an anonymous buyer for an undisclosed amount. Number 3. Bottle of wine. Even a novice sommelier understands that wine is valuable for both its taste and its history. The most prized bottle of wine was a Bordeaux, a 1787 Chateau Lafite, produced by the Rothschild family's vineyards in the south of France. In 1985, publisher Malcolm Forbes paid $160,000 for a bottle of 1787 vintage that was said to be from the late President Tom Jefferson's cellar and had the initials THJ etched in the glass. Thomas Jefferson was the 3rd president of the United States, one of its most renowned founding fathers and a passionate enophile. Number 2. Ming Dynasty Vase. An ancient vase may appear to be ready for donation, but consult with an antique specialist first to determine if it will pay for your retirement. In one case, an old Chinese vase was left haphazardly on a wooden shelf and was completely uninsured. But when the couple who owned it went through their stuff, they realized they had hit the jackpot. The Ming Dynasty Imperial Vase, which dates from the 15th century, sold for $22.6 million. The price was about twice the original projection. Surprisingly, it was purchased by telephone bid by an unidentified buyer. There are very few of these vases in decent shape, and the couple said they couldn't remember where they got the elegant piece of kitchenware. Number 1. Caviar of the East. Yanwo, or bird's nest, is known as the caviar of the East. There are 2 reasons for this: their high cost and the fact that this food is prized as a delicacy. A few species of swiftlets make edible nests consumed by people all over the world, and the food is costly because the nests are difficult to collect. They contain glycoprotein and other easily digestible nutrients, so the Chinese believe eating them has sound effects on the lung, stomach, and kidney meridians. They are often used to promote recovery from chronic illnesses. In fact, farmed nests can cost up to $30 per bowl, and wild collected nests can cost up to $10,000 per gram. There you have it, friends, the most expensive items in the world. Which of these items did you find the rarest? Let us know in the comments section. Don't forget to like, share with friends, and subscribe to the channel.